let us begin with a simple explanation of the class trial, so that way your votes can determine the results.
During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who you think the culprit is, and at the end, you will put it to a vote. If you can correctly identify the black, then only they will receive a punishment. But if you guess the wrong person as the blackened, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will have the right to graduate from this foundation.
Or, whatever this place is now these days. Do we have any questions before the trial begins?
I do. Is the culprit really one of us?
Of course, I swear on spare. I would never lie. I'm an honest bear to the bone.
Really? Then tell us, who's controlling you? Who's the mastermind? Who's keeping us captive? If you're honest, then you should tell us.
Well, I said I was honest, not secretive. If you have any other questions, please ask Miss Fujimori. I hate answering these every single time.
Oh, that's right. Ayumi's been through one of these before, right?
Yeah, I think so.
6!
Well, at least then we'll be safe, right? Just out of curiosity, what happens if you do guess the blackened wrong?
I mean, he literally said it. We'll get executed, except for the blackened.
Well, shut. I actually have a question. I can either the bear or Ayumu answer this. It's about the terms of accomplices. Can there be accomplices in a case? Well, under certain circumstances, yes, but most of the time, no.
That seems kind of confusing.
Well, say if the motive allows for an accomplice, like if the motive was if you commit a murder, you can take 2 people with you out, even if you win the class trial, then yes, I can see there being accomplices, but...
But the motive didn't allow that. And plus, you didn't say something in the rules. Only the blackened will graduate alongside if they commit a murder and pass the class trial.
It does? Well, I didn't read the rules.
Oh, this is so exciting! Exciting! Do you want to die? Well, just like the rush.
Forgive me, Minion. I'll ask a more sensible question before we begin. What is that?
Ooh, I want to answer this one. That's where Sayuri would have sat if she was still alive. But, she's dead. So I didn't want to leave her seat empty, so I just plopped the death portrait there. Sadly, our death portrait maker died in the last killing game. So, yeah, I had to improvise on that.
Trying to piss us off or something?
Calm your tits, Forever Flat. Oh, wait, you don't have tits, because you're gonna be forever flat.
Why, you little... Natsuki, now is not the time. We have to figure out who killed Sayuri.
If I wasn't so pissed off about this Sayuri dying, I would kick your ass.
Yeah, whatever you say, Forever Flat.
Ken, what's the matter? Nothing. This is just bringing back some coincidental memories.
How?
I don't know. It's just... I'm scared. Don't worry, Ken. I'm sure we'll be out of here soon. Does anyone else have any questions to ask Monokuma or Ayumu before we begin this trial?
Nope. I think we have all the information we need in order to have this trial go smoothly.
Alrighty then. Then let the very first class trial commence!
Alright, everyone. Our first class trial has now begun.
Well, first for all of us, this would make this one your 7th. And it could possibly be the last if we don't identify the killer.
Don't say that! Of course we're gonna identify the killer! I mean, we have to.
Is this motherfucker seriously sleeping?
Leave Pancham alone. He's probably not gonna be helped in this trial anyway. Shall we begin with the first topic at hand?
That being...
Sayori's cause of death. We don't know what it is.
I mean, to be fair, we don't even know what her time of death is as well.
So, should that be the first topic we should discuss? What do you say, Ayumu?
I say that's a good place to start as any. It's my first class trial in a while. I hoped I would never go through these again, but I'm gonna have to for the sake of my new friends.
I think the first place to start as any is to identify Sayori's cause of death, and then work back to her time of death.
But the Monokuma file listed nothing as her time of death, and her cause of death. What are we even supposed to go off of here?
The Monokuma file did list injuries, though. Like, for example, a big bash on her head.
So, that says it then, the cause of death is blunt force trauma!
No, that's wrong! No, Nightmare Foxy. Protoman's autopsy report proves that it wasn't blunt force trauma.
Oh, so the red helmet dickweed actually did something for once?
This red helmet dickweed actually does things useful. What did you do the investigation that was useful, Daisy? Huh?
Daisy, calm down. Fine.
But I can back up what Ayumu's saying. My autopsy showed that the blow to the head could have killed her, but it definitely didn't kill her.
That sounds confusing. What do you mean by that?
I mean that the blow to the head definitely could have killed her and caused her to die by blood loss, but her windpipe was also very shut in, so...
Wait a minute. So, then what was the weapon used to bash her on the head? And the follow-up, I'll ask that question when we continue on. What are you gonna ask? It's something I just need to clarify.
Okay, so we know the cause of death isn't blunt force trauma, but we should at least figure out what weapon bashed her on the head.
That's a good point to also start at. Although the blow to the head didn't kill Sayuri, someone did try to kill her with that method at first. Maybe if we identify what it was, maybe we could...
I don't think we should identify that yet. Maybe we should just find out the weapon that killed her first. If the blow to the head didn't kill her, then it's irrelevant.
I actually agree with Elizabeth. Let's just talk about the real murder weapon.
But do we even know it? We should definitely know what the real murder weapon was. That should be easy.
So if the blow to the head didn't kill Sayuri, then what killed her? We don't know the freaking weapon that killed her yet. That did the blow to her head, but that's irrelevant. We need to figure out what weapon killed her. Could it have been a knife? Maybe she died from a fall, or something like that. Maybe the ground is the weapon.
Or perhaps it's as simple as the murder weapon being the rope around Sayuri's neck.
I agree with that. I think Yellow Yoshi's right. Protoman's autopsy also shows that the rope was likely the weapon used to kill Sayuri.
It was? I was expecting to lose this answer. You ever think with your brain? How are you the ultimate reporter? Shut up! But yes, the rope was most likely the weapon used to kill Sayuri. Her windpipe was very, very, closed in. And not to mention, I didn't mention this, her cheeks were very, very bloated, and purple, which means she probably lost a lot of air.
Alright, so now we know what the weapon was that killed Sayuri. What was her cause of death? If we're going off that track, and the rope really is the murder weapon, then there's only so many things it could be.
Yeah, I can only think of a few ways you can kill with a rope.
I could think of more.
Minion, stop being perverted.
Sorry.
Well, let's just start with the common ways of killing with a rope first, and let's narrow it down from there.
The most common ways of using a rope to murder are strangulation, hanging, or heck, straight up torture. Just use the rope to, tie up the victim and then just bash their body against the floor.
You know a lot about this type of stuff. Kinda sus. Daisy, get back to your seat.
Fine. So that's 3 ways of Sayuri's possible cause of death, but what was it?
If you'll allow us a moment of your time, me and Natsuki have a theory.
Oh? You do? Then what is it?
Well, Yuri, should we even say this?
It has to be said, Natsuki. In order to progress this trial, and to find out what happened to Sayuri, we have to say this.
Say what?
Alright, Monokuma, do you have air conditioning in this fucking place? Because now I'm starting to get blown over.
Jeez Louise, take a snowball and put that on you. Make it your seat.
There, thanks, whatever. Now, as we were about to say, Natsuki, should we tell them about Sayuri?
I guess.
What? What do you know about Sayuri?
Well, if it isn't obvious, me, Yuri, and Sayuri were all great friends. But something you guys might not know about Sayuri is that she's a victim of depression.
Wait, what?
She's a victim of depression? Could have fooled me, she acted all happy and cheery all the time.
She was really good at hiding her depression. Heck, there are sometimes we even forget she has it.
But we've caught her. But the thing is, back home, we've caught her trying to do something multiple times. And it involves a rope.
Wait, what? How do we know this is not fake?
I can confirm it. They said this in front of me and Ayumu. Yeah, I think they're telling the truth.
Okay, continue on.
Alright, so what was the thing that you witnessed her doing with a rope?
On multiple occasions, I can't talk! I'm so stressed!
I'll say it. On multiple occasions, we have witnessed Sayuri trying to hang herself.
Excuse me, what?
That's why me and Yuri think that Sayuri came to her depression and committed suicide.
What? No! Sayori would never!
Yeah, the theory's completely out of whack! I mean, it's kind of the best thing we've got. We don't know when she died, we don't know what happened. I think suicide's a likely option.
So then Sayori's cause of death is hanging, and she killed herself. Thanks. Monokuma, I think we can get to the vote now.
Ooh, already? Alright then it's voting!
No.
Ah, damn it!
Okay. Natsuki, explain how the killing happened in your opinion.
Huh? I mean, is it necessary? It's obviously a suicide.
Just do it, please. It might be vital.
Okay, well, this is how me and Yuri think it went down. This is how me and Yuri think that the crime actually happened. See Yuri, after the motive being announced and, Proto-Dick over there, ruining her party and making her all stressed out.
She couldn't take the circumstances of the killing game anymore, and committed suicide.
You say that she committed suicide. How did she kill herself then?
How? Are you serious? I mean, it's pretty obvious how. Sayori obviously hung herself. She died by hanging by her own hand.
No, that's wrong!
No, that's wrong, Natsuki. We can't prove that Sayori committed suicide yet, but I think we can disprove the fact that hanging isn't the cause of death.
What do you mean? Her body was hanging.
Yes, her body was hanging, but did you notice when we first found the body? Her feet were touching the ground.
Huh? Oh, wait, you're thinking about the evidence I said before, we started messing with the body, right? But how does that fit into all this? I was just noting something I noticed.
It's actually very important, Yellow-Yoshi, because let me demonstrate something. Say I was hung from here to here. I would just stand up like this with the rope around my neck like this. I would still be able to talk and breathe. My windpipe would be a little bit narrower, but I would still be able to breathe. So if Sayori was down like this, she would still be alive. She wouldn't have died from hanging. Isn't that a thing?
Wait a minute. The princess and the dinosaur make a good point. You would just be standing there. Sure, your legs would have probably been hurt or injured, but you would just still be standing up. The rope would have supported you. You would still be alive.
So, wait, Sayori didn't die by hanging then? So that means she didn't commit suicide!
Yeah, I think that's the case. Now then, let's...
Shut it, you baka!
Natsuki, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, Ayumu, but I know. Sayori definitely hung herself. She committed suicide. I know.
No, there's actually a bunch of evidence that can disprove the theory of suicide. If you think about it, the crime scene itself is showing that it wasn't a suicide.
Really? Explain it to me then, Ayumu. Sayori had depression. She wouldn't think twice about committing suicide without mine or Yuri's knowledge. She killed herself. I'm telling you, she hung herself.
But Yoshi's testimony proves that hanging isn't the cause of death. You have to see that, Natsuki.
So what if hanging is not the cause of death? It was definitely still a suicide. It has to be a suicide. There's no proof at the crime scene that disproves that it isn't a suicide.
That's the thing, Natsuki. There was barely any evidence at the crime scene, which means someone had to clean up the crime scene.
Wait, what?
I'll cut down your words!
Natsuki, if you still think this is a suicide, then answer me this. Who cleaned up all the evidence?
Well, I guess maybe...
It would have to have been the killer. There's no way that it was suicide. That's something we can confirm.
I guess it is what it is.
It wasn't suicide.
Thinking it was suicide is stupid.
What'd you say? Calm down. We got that whole mess out of the way, but I'm still on Natsuki with one thing. I still think hanging might be the cause of death.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, Natsuki feet touching the feet touching the ground could be a red herring. A red what now?
A red herring. It's commonly used in mysteries. Something that's so obvious, its actual purpose is to throw everyone off course in the case.
Let's say this. The culprit hung Sayori first, and then lowered her feet to the ground to make it look like it wasn't a hanging.
You know, that seems right.
I mean, it's definitely something a killer would do. And, I guess it's true, I guess.
So then we're in agreement. The cause of death is hanging. Sayori didn't commit suicide, but she hung. Someone definitely hung her.
Hold on. I don't think hanging is the cause of death. We shouldn't just be, jumping to conclusions. For all we know, the body hanging could be the red herring.
Yeah, but it seems like the easiest solution. That's the exact definition of a red herring. You're falling for it.
But Yumu, if hanging isn't the cause of death, then what is?
She's right, though. If hanging isn't the cause of death, what is? What could it be? What could...
Don't give up just yet. Pancham, you just now wake up? What is it?
Sorry, I was sleeping. But I basically heard everything what's been going on so far. And I'm on your side of Yumu. I don't think Sayori was hung. There's actually another cause of death possibility.
There is? Then what is...
It's one of the other options you said. And it's clearly obvious if you look at something at the crime scene. Just follow my logic, and then you'll see what the true cause of death is. There was one thing at the crime scene that was out of place to me. That was the rope being frayed in the middle. If that was like a brand new rope, why would it be frayed, let alone in the middle? Sure, the part around where the rope was being held should have been frayed, but why in a random spot like in the middle? And if Proto-Man's autopsy showed that her windpipe shut down, then there's only one other likely possibility for the cause of death. You know what I'm talking about, right, Yumu? I agree with that.
Thank you, Pancham. Thanks to you, I've realized Sayori's true cause of death.
Happy to help, Yumu. What? You just now wake up? Have you even... Yes, I've been listening this whole time. Sorry, I've been drowsy lately.
Forget about that. Hey, Yumu, you figured out Sayori's cause of death?
Yes. Now let me ask you all something. Peach remembers this evidence, right? Peach, the rope we saw. Around in the middle. It looked frayed, right?
Now that you mention it, yes, it was.
Why would a brand new rope be frayed in the middle? Hold on. Who's to say that rope was new?
It was likely from the garage, which Monokuma actually told me is stocked up with new merchandise every day.
Yubberdoodle.
Wait, so that rope was new. So why was it frayed? It would make sense if it was frayed around, the thing, that weird cylinder thing that the rope was around. But why was it frayed in the middle? That's why Pancham helped me figure out that Sayori's true cause of death is strangulation.
And now that you say that, it does make sense.
Yeah, I'm starting to think it might have been strangulation.
That explains why her feet was touching the ground. Well, it actually doesn't. If the killer wanted us to think that she was hanging, they made a fucking stupid mistake by making her feet touch the ground.
Well, regardless, I guess that's the cause of death.
Yes, it seems like that's the case.
Great job, Ayumu. Great job, Pancham.
Thanks, kid. I'm still not convinced. Huh? I still think it's something else. But strangulation? Please. I definitely think it's still hanging.
Me too.
I mean, hanging seems like the most likely option.
Yeah, sorry, Peach. Sorry, Rosie. I think it's still hanging.
Yes, and I personally still think the feet touching the ground is a red herring still. So, yeah, I think it's definitely still hanging.
I know it's not suicide, but I definitely still think it's still being hung.
Yeah, well, shit. Our opinions are split down the middle.
Don't say that!
Wait, what did I say?
What in tarn days, whatever the fuck I was saying, God Earth did I just witness?
I think we saw him hump a chef.
Never say those things again.
Phew. I'm sorry, everyone. I don't mean to get so unprofessional, but you said it. My favorite word. You said split.
Ayumu, you know what that means. It's time for the Scrum Debate.
Scrum the what?
Are you calling us scum? You're a scum, you scumbag. No, it's a type of debate where you guys will get on two sides and argue a point. Until one side comes out victorious. Just step onto the side of a courtroom, I say, once the debate starts, and you'll start debating. Here's how it'll work. Boing, boing.
Go into this side of the courtroom if you think the cause of death was hanging, and go into this side if you think it's strangulation.
Pooh-hoo, boing.
Sayori's cause of death was hanging. All the evidence is stacked up against that theory.
Bane, if that's the case, then why is there so much evidence disproving that she got hung?
The killer could have made it look like Sayori hanged herself and committed suicide.
Yuri, you've already gone over the statement that Sayori didn't commit suicide.
She ain't saying that she committed suicide. She's saying that strangulation can't be the cause of death.
Yo, Yoshi, if that's the case, then why were her feet touching the ground? You can't be hung if your feet are touching the ground like that.
But there's barely any evidence at the crime scene that proves that Sayori's cause of death was strangulation.
Pancham,
The fact that the rope was frayed in the middle shows that she was strangled with the rope.
That could just be a red herring. The killer could have just cut the rope, and made it frayed like that with a knife.
Rosaline, if that's the case, then where is the knife? Strangulation is the most likely cause of death.
Okay, I admit, the fact that she might have gotten hung is a little shaky now, but that doesn't mean strangulation is the cause of death. Then how does that explain the blow on her head? I got this!
You said it yourself, the blow to the head doesn't even matter. What matters is Sayori's true cause of death, which is strangulation!
This is our answer.
Enough, everyone, you have to believe us. Sayori's cause of death was strangulation. I'm not about to let you all die just because you refuse to see the truth.
Well, if Miss Brains surely thinks so, then I guess I have no other choice but to agree.
Yeah, when you put all the evidence like that together, her being strangled definitely seems more likely of an option. Yeah, sorry, Ayumu. Sorry we doubted you.
Yeah, sorry.
Ayumu, I'm sorry, it's just... I know, Natsuki, you lost a friend. It's okay if you think I'm irrationally, but try to think rationally too.
That seems kind of hard.
But she's right. I can't just think irrationally. I have to think logically. I'll find out who killed Sayori with my own two hands.
That's spirit.
Say it! Fine, I was wrong, okay? Is that what you wanted to hear? You son of a bitch!
What I wanted to hear.
What?
Nothing.
Okay, good. Now can we finally move off from this pointless discussion?
Pointless discussion. Rosie, what are you talking about?
Sorry, I lost my cool for a sec. But I'm sorry. We've been discussing Sayori's cause of death for way too long now.
We are about a quarter into the trial. We've only decided on Sayori's cause of death. Nothing else. We don't know when she died. We don't know how she was strangled. Well, I guess being strangled with a rope. And we don't know anything else. All we know is that she died by strangulation.
Oh shit, yeah, you're right.
So, wait, we've been going around in circles?
Well, not necessarily. If you think back to when Sayori was last seen and compared to when we discovered the body,
Then we can get an estimated time gap for the killing.
And then all we have to do is compare each other's alibis for that time, and then, boom, we got our suspects.
Who was the last people to see Sayori alive? I think it was us.
No, actually, it was all the boys in the kitchen. After Peach called her, she came to help us clean up at the kitchen. That was around, say, the time is confusing now these days. I would say around 8. or 7, around that time. She left soon after.
Is that really all, though? Can we shorten the time gap a little bit? Actually, yeah, I think we can. Thanks to a certain someone's testimony.
Is that really it? Can we shorten the time gap a little bit more?
How do we do that? We really don't have any other things to go off of.
Maybe there was something that was left at the crime scene that can indicate her time of death? Or at least shorten the time gap a little bit more.
But there was really nothing at the crime scene that could have, indicated that.
Okay, I'm gonna go with my gut here on this and say maybe someone else did witness Sayori a little later into that day. I agree with that. Daisy's right about that. Isn't that right, Yellow Yoshi?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I can definitely confirm. Sayori was at least alive at around 11:40 at night.
The fuck, 11:40 at night? What the hell were you doing up?
Oh, I was a little scared because I saw someone freaked a lot of us out at the party. So at around 11:40, I went to go to the kitchen to get a glass of water. And nothing was different. No, it just looked like the same from when we cleaned it up. And after I got my water, I ran to Sayori. She looked like she had a note in her hand and something else. I didn't see what the other item was, but I definitely saw one of them was a note.
A note?
So the killer must have invited her and then killed her.
Yeah, but the thing is, where? No note was found at the crime scene.
It's obvious. Yellow Yoshi is lying then.
Lying?
It's simple. You killed her. Well, you're lying. That's way too coincidental. There's no way you would hold up that information for so damn long.
Bane, I don't think Yellow Yoshi's lying. In fact, I definitely think he's telling the truth. Because
You're fired!
Ayumu. Such a simple, stupid soul you have.
But you're wrong. Yellow Yoshi is lying. If maybe there was a witness to that, then maybe I could believe it.
I can't prove that there was a witness around that time, but to their talking, but I can definitely prove that around the time gap. I'll prove you once and for all, Bane.
Yeah, whatever. Yellow Yoshi is obviously lying. There's no way he's telling the truth.
What reason would he have to lie? There's none at all. I think he's telling the truth. That means we can shorten our time frame to around 11:40 p.m. at night.
There's no witness to this. I mean, after all, it's not like someone witnessed something or heard something around that time frame.
Actually, you're wrong.
Wait, what?
I'll cut down your words.
I'm sorry, Bane, but there was a witness to that.
What?
There was?
Well, not exactly, but it was around that time gap. More specifically, at 12.
Midnight? What do you mean by that?
Well, me and Ayumu woke up at midnight. We heard a big bang noise, which was probably caused by all that stuff on the ground that was on the butcher block and counter falling off.
Okay, your point?
Our point is, that's when probably Sayori was getting killed.
You have any witness to this?
I'm a witness. I heard it too.
Oh, this is all way too coincidental. You're lying.
What?
Face it, if you don't have another witness or something, I'm not believing this. And after all, you have none.
Is he not gonna believe us? But I guess I have no one else to prove me and Peach's statement. After all, he could think me and Peach could be covering for each other. What do I do?
It's over, Ayumu. You and Peach might be the culprits. And plus, you could be covering for each other. Or for Yellow Yoshi. You guys could be accomplices for all we know.
But we both have solid alibis.
Yes, if you'll just give us a minute to explain.
Explain, I've had enough. It's over. And you have no one else to back up your claims. No other witnesses.
No, that is wrong. I believe you're wrong. I'm sorry, Ayumu, Peach, and girls. I have been holding something back from all of you. A piece of evidence, actually.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean, Rosie?
Yeah, what do you mean? I thought you told us everything you knew. Well, to tell you the truth, there's one more thing. I can back up both Ayumu and Peach's claim.
How?
I guess I should probably have told you this. I never went to sleep last night.
Oh, wait, what? Rosie, excuse my friends, but that's complete utter fucking bullshit. I saw you go to sleep.
Yeah, when me and Ayumu woke up, we found your eye was closed. You looked like you were sleeping.
You mean my right eye? I actually slept with one eye closed and one eye open. It's pretty hard to see under my hair.
Dang, that's a sneaky trick.
Wait, so you can back up what they're saying?
Yes, there was a noise at midnight. I can prove it. It was probably the time Sayuri was murdered.
So then, not only was Yellow Yoshi telling the truth, but Peach and Ayumu were. You dumbass bear. I'm not the alcoholic. You are an alcoholic! That aside, I think we can prove a lot of people's alibis with this claim now. Now that we know Sayori died around midnight, I think we can prove a lot of people's innocence.
Yes, we can, but I'm gonna hold the torch back to Ayumu. She should definitely just continue this. I just want to surprise you without my evidence. Thank you, Rosie. You definitely saved our life. No problem. But anyway, Yellow Yoshi's right. With this new time of death information, we can now list off a couple of suspects.
Like who?
We can actually list off 6. The six people we can list off as suspects are... They can be listed off. Anyone who went to the girls' sleepover last night, or Peach's sleepover, whatever you want to call it, is innocent.
Correct. If the murder happened while we heard the sound, and Peach and Ayumu said that all the girls that were invited were in the room, that means me, Daisy, Peach, Ayumu, Natsuki, and Yuri are innocent.
And not to mention, I could have mentioned this earlier to prove our innocence, Bane, bitch. Me, Natsuki, and Ayumu were the ones who discovered the body. Us 3 are cleared anyway.
Sorry. Being bossy is kind of my forte.
Wait, so by extension, doesn't that mean all the girls are innocent?
Not necessarily. I'll be the honest one here. 3 of us did not attend the sleepover because of the whole party situation. Those being me, Baby, and, Sayuri. So then is the culprit one of those 3?
Well, excluding Sayuri since we know she didn't commit suicide.
Yeah, so it's one of them 2. Let's not get too hasty. Yeah, one of the boys could still have committed it.
Yeah, what are your alibis?
And then aside from me, I can assume that everyone else was probably in their room.
So really, aside from Yellow Yoshi and the 2 other girls, those are our 3 suspects.
Are you saying I'm a suspect?
Hold on, guys. I'm getting our brain blast.
Brain blast! Wait, Jimmy Neutron! Jimmy Neutron! Jimmy Neutron! Jimmy Neutron!
Jimmy Neutron is banned in this courtroom.
People on the Discord know why.
What? It's a fourth wall joke, don't break it.
I tried some croissants.
Okay, enough with the fucking Jimmy Neutron references. What do you mean? What, Pancha? Well, it just dawned on me. Why are we even having this trial? Oh my god, I think the fucking booze has gone to your head. Are you stupid?
Why would Pancham think that? Wait, unless... I got it. You're saying that because of the motive, right, Pancham?
The motive?
Yeah, the target thing. We were well in our time gap. We still had about 4 hours to commit a murder and get out of here. And if one of us killed our target, then that means one of us would, be gone and we wouldn't be having this. So all we have to do is list our targets and a simple debate. We find out the killer.
But wait, we can't list our targets. And plus, even if we could, we left our mono pads back in our room. I doubt Monokuma will let us go get them.
You're right, I won't let you go get them. But since a murder is committed, I guess I can allow you all to, tell your targets. But you can't lie. This trial has to be 100% truthful and fair.
So we can just say with our monopads?
Yeah, you can just say it. Also, it reduces editing. What? Nothing.
Oh, well, I guess I can tell my target. First, since I suggested the whole idea, I got Captain Toad.
Oh, thank God you didn't kill me.
My target was Gin. Well, I'm glad you didn't kill me, Big Sis Ayumu.
I think we all know what Dickhead's target was.
Yeah, it was you. What's your target, bitch?
Daisy?
Fine, if you want to know, I guess the brains got the bronze, or the bronze got the brains. What? I'm saying I got test tube was my target. Oh, well, thank God you didn't kill me. You're definitely a lot stronger than me. You could have overpowered me easily.
My target was Elizabeth. I didn't really want to kill anyone.
Thankfully, I was targeted by a nice person, and luckily for the bitch next to me, he was also targeted by a nice person.
Lucky for you, if you would have attacked me, Mr. Bean would have vanquished you easily.
Alright, continue, son of a bitch. Who did you and your boss get?
Oh, well, I got Pancham.
Oh God, thank the Lord he didn't kill me. As for my target, I received the pink-haired, flat-chested, forever flat.
I swear to God, if someone else called me Natsuki. Oh, right. My target was you, Yuri.
Oh, well, I'm glad you didn't kill me. As for my target, I received you, Rosalina. And as for me, I received Peach as my target.
Phew, and as for my target, I received Nightmare Freddy, or Bane.
My target was actually you, Ayumu.
Well, I'm glad you didn't try to kill me then.
I won't even try to kill my target. I value my own life. I got Proto Man of all people.
Glad to see you value your life.
Ken, what's the matter?
Well, do I have to say my target? In order for this to be a fair trial, we have to.
Okay, fine. Just promise not to jump to conclusions.
We won't. Say it.
My target was Sayori.
What? Your target was the victim?
Alright, well, Gin is...
Not so fast. Sayori being Gin's target, it's actually proves his innocence. Because if he were to have killed her, he would have been long gone.
Oh, so then Gin is innocent. We've listed off another suspect.
See, Ken, it wasn't so bad.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Yeah, good knife. I guess it's fine. Look at... Wait a minute. It's all come together.
What has?
I know who the killer is. It's so obvious now. It was obvious from the minute you proved the time of death, Ayumu.
What are you talking about?
Think about it. Out of all the targets that were given at the start of this killing game, how many were given?
I believe 16.
And how many were just named?
I believe 15.
The truth is there.
What? There are 15 of us here.
Oh my fucking God. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna spell out and say it. Who do you think Sayori's target was? Sayori's target was the only person that wasn't named here.
Wait a minute. Are you suggesting Sayori's killer target invited her?
No, I'm suggesting Sayori invited her target. And then she failed to kill them. And they killed her instead.
What?
Sayori was planning on killing her target?
Yes. And based off process of elimination. Who is it, Ayumu?
If Sayori's target was truly her killer, and out of all the targets we just said, the person's name that was left out was... It was you!